Saudações pessoal, o meu nome é Atecep. Epá, estou super longe, então, ou melhor, estou super perto. Quero estar um bocado mais longe, deixem-me só dar aqui um jeitinho. Pode ser assim. Então, tudo bom convosco? Digam-me lá se está tudo bem convosco, sim ou não. Vamos continuar a jogar o LA Noire, que estou-me a divertir imenso. Vou só mudar aqui a resolução do jogo, porque por algum motivo o jogo pôs-me isto. Let's go. Pronto, tenho que pôr isto assim. Vou pôr assim. Exatamente. Oi? Ok. Já temos música. Deixem-me só ativar aqui os 60 FPS. E sejam então todos muito bem-vindos a mais uma live stream aqui no canal. Vamos continuar a jogar LA Noire, como estava a dizer. Um jogo que estou-me a divertir imenso. E não vamos perder mais tempo e vamos passar já aqui para um joguinho, não é? Aqui na Leonor. Leonor. Eu sou muito engraçado. E pronto. Tínhamos ficado aqui a investigar eu acho que é um assassinato, não é? Porque o gajo foi esfaqueado e encontrei uma faca cheia de sangue. E quase que aposto que foi ela que o assassinou. Ei, estou aqui outra vez. Ei, tenho que fazer as perguntas todas outra vez. Eish.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Ei,
Is this about
não dá
my
para passar
husband?
isto à frente.
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Por que é que isto não deu save game? Caralho. Ok, let's go. Por que é que isto não deu? Por que é que isto não deu save game?
Don't think this is anything.
Por que é que isto não deu save game? Opá. Eu sei que tinha falhado uma pergunta. Mas já não me recordo o que
Can
era.
you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Porque haveria.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well.
Já não me recordo.
Nice
Este
to
era
see you're
o
comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
dono do bar.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with...
Esperem aí. Há aqui uma coisa que eu tenho que verificar. Ok. Então. Deixa eu ver se isto continua como eu deixei. Continua assim. Peraí. Tanto isto tem anti-aliasing e eu nem sabia. Performance, balance, quality. É tudo quality, não é? Deixa eu ver se melhora um bocado o jogo.
You expect me to believe...
Look, I was filing for
Não,
divorce.
continua horrível.
Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Pronto, you can run.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Não é. Duvido.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna. It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me, he was yelling at the whole world. kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Ai, é malandro.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Estas animações são muito engraçadas e estranhas ao mesmo tempo, é incrível.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Lai, era aqui que eu tinha falhado.
Being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Little man. Oh, caramba. Eu tenho aqui.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
Yeah.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Este gajo é o maior. Este gajo é incrível. Ah, peraí, posso usar o seu telefone, por favor? Com licença.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately.
Ok.
Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Vamos saber que ele foi
Thanks for your help.
esfaqueado. Yeah. Que eu encontrei a faca. Ah, mas eu não vou
You
conduzir.
drive. I need to go over the case notes.
So, where you want to go?
Vamos à morgue? Não é? Precisamos de ir à morgue, que é diferente. Olha lá, leva-me à morgue. Preciso de averiguar. Los Angeles County Morgue. Come to me, I'll you though, não sei o quê. Entrada noturna na morgue. Fogo. Que creepy. Será aqui? Não é aqui. Será aqui? Ah não, são as maçanetas douradas, né? Ah, está aqui o falecido.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Yeah.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
Ué,
Kidding me?
ele foi
Been
esfaqueado.
doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long,
Yep.
sharp knife, length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Sorry, Phelps, do you mind if I get on with this?
Está à vontade, amigo. Eu abandono já. Também não quero estar ali a falar com o morto. Ah, está aqui o meu carro. Estava à procura do carro.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right. Where to?
Deixa-me ver primeiro o Shelton Residence. Vamos a ver. Que agora quero
Lucky break
investigá-lo.
getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
Not as dumb as you make yourself out to be, are you, Stefan?
I didn't know I was making myself out to be dumb.
That someday the sun will shine. Some folks can lose the blues in their hearts. But when I think of you, another star will shine. Into which knives and tears must fall, but too much is falling. Oh, tá aí, o gajo está a bazar, o gajo está a fugir, apanhem! Apanhem o gajo, que o gajo é bandido! Ih, o carro todo desfeito, que o gajo atropelou.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
Fuck.
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Ah. Perseguição.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Ah. Ai, eu conduzo meu mal. Ai, conduzir neste jogo é miserável. Só meter o jogo um bocado mais baixo, que isto faz uma barulheira. E que gráficos miseráveis. Eu pensava que este jogo tinha bons gráficos, mas afinal estava equivocado.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. No wonder he killed someone driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
Ele não vai get away.
Wheel archers. Come on.
O gajo virou assim do nada. O gajo é motherfucker. Ah, quase que acertava. Atropelei ali uma mulher, mas está tudo, não está?
He's heading into the station. Go on, get after him.
Como é que eu saio do carro?
You gotta track down that Lincoln, Phelps. You find the car,
Hold it right there,
and then
Shelton.
we nail the driver.
Fuck. Opa, é que este jogo conduz-se muito mal, os carros, fogo, é impossível. É horrível. Conduzir neste jogo é horrível. Ei, não dá para passar à frente das cutscenes. Oh, pá. Por que é que não dá para passar à frente?
That's the son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Vamos lá atrás do gajo.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
É um bandido. Bandido! Ei, caramba, o gajo realmente conduz mal. Espera aí que eu também não conduzo melhor. Acho que há uma parte aqui que...
Wheel arches. Come on.
Há aqui uma parte que o gajo vira assim do nada.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this. Don't
Acho
let
que é
that
aqui à
asshole get
esquerda que o
away.
gajo vira.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Agora acho que o gajo vira à direita, não é? Não é à esquerda.
All right, I give up.
Ah, foste!
That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
Yeah, boy.
We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
Put your hands in the air! How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Ih, que boca. Mas nós sabemos que não
So,
foi ele.
initial
Mas...
report came back with an ID on our victim, Lester D. Pattison of 182 North Hope Street. Captain wants us there double quick.
You're behind the wheel.
Where are we going?
Então vamos buscar a gaja, né? Prender ela. É. Amigo. Não é este o meu carro.
Can you drive to this one?
Pronto, amigo. Se não queres conduzir, olha, conduzo eu.
You can drive.
Pronto. Mas porquê que eu não consigo entrar? Acho que o jogo está bugado. Pronto. Eu conduzo até lá. É igual.
You know we've got a siren, Phelps.
Pois, mas eu queria que tu conduzisse até lá.
INS also needs assistance 540 West 9th Street and Uncle Sam's Army Supply 540 West 9th Street. Unit can handle code 2 identify.
Ei! Coitado, empenei o carro todo. Mas também não é minha culpa. Sai-me da frente, que eu estou preocupado. A gaja já deve ter vazado.
We've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Pattison. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of you
jury.
to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake.
It's too late, Sabo.
Dramático. Este gajo é tolo. Ei.
Next time, you're mine.
Parou. Seu boy. Ei. O gajo matou ela. Ela está toda mortinha da vida. Dramático.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Ok. Está-se bem. E pois eu causei imensos danos. Ixi. Naquela altura isto era uma pipa de massa. $600 em danos. Estou mal numa pipa de massa. A slip of the tongue.
Phelps, Bukowski. B-Cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there and see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Vamos lá então. Anda, amigo. Vamos investigar.
The more vet cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe a word of it.
Espera, isto não dá para mudar a roupa. Dava. Que eu lembro-me. Ah. Ah. Deixa eu ver isto. Vou andar com esta roupa agora.
You know the way. You can drive.
Vamos lá. Estás a buzinar a um detetive? Estás tolo?
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
But Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough being murdered like that without having your death strewn all over the front pages.
Yeah. Look what it does. Ok. Estamos a chegar ao sítio.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get him.
Oh, que caramba.
Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
Tranquilo.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Fraser from 6 West 2nd Street.
Ei, que este gajo faz aqui umas curvas todo janado.
Enough games, folks. Take this guy out. Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
All right. Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get bracelets out of the car now. I'll call it in.
Atropelei uma pessoa, mas não interessa.
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with two tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Combs
We'll have some
Automotive.
questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Yeah. 1947. I sign off my name on legal ownership, não sei o que, Cliff não sei o que. Kaiser Fraser é o carro. Manhattan. $2.450,95. Ok. Empenamos o carro dele todo. Ok, deixa-me perguntar.
You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
Aqui é pink slip. Harrison.
If this is a forgery, it's top notch. This will need to be traced.
$1,90 para registrar isto. Deixa-me ver atrás. Mano, tem aqui. Isto não está assinado por trás. Isso não é estranho? Eu acho estranho. Pronto.
You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
You better give us something, Cliff, or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky backy in the glove compartment.
How much, Cliff?
1 reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble.
Ok.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
Yeah, ele está a dizer a verdade.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Bag his possessions as evidence, and have him arraigned for Grand Theft Auto.
Right, Detective.
You know who my father is?
Sei lá, aquela sabe quem é
You
que é o
get to
teu
Coombs
pai.
Auto and check out Harrison's story.
Ando aqui a receber as chimas e o caraças.
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
Claro. E vai ser tu a conduzir, que eu não vou conduzir. Tem que acabar com a tussa.
You know what? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
Pronto. E é o que é. E está-se bem. Bem, estamos aqui no Coombs Automotive.
Not another step. I have got a Buick Century sedan that would be absolutely perfect for you.
Detective Phelps, LAPD, are you the owner?
That's right. Richard Coombs at your service. You looking to trade in a black and white, boys?
Mr. Coombs, we're investigating an auto theft. A man by the name of Cliff Harrison claims he bought the car here.
Well, some people would say that my cars are a steal. That's a joke, son.
Very amusing, Mr. Coombs.
I remember Harrison. It was a green two-tone Kaiser Fraser, if I remember rightly.
Do you have the bill of sale?
It's in my office. Walk this way.
What the fuck?
That's a joke too, son.
Phelps, you mind if I shoot this guy? He's getting on my nerves.
Mesmo. Este gajo é meio burro, está visto?
Here it is. Got the original pink slip there too.
Deixa eu ver isto.
Harrison's purchase receipt was legit at least.
Sim. Está correto. Deixa-me ver aqui o pink slip.
Gene Archer, 146 North Fremont Avenue.
Ok. Não, deixa-me ver isto outra vez, que eu não percebi bem. Ok. Não percebi bem isto, mas deve ser alguma coisa de importante.
We have a couple of questions.
All right, fellas. Shoot.
Can you tell us how you came to buy the car?
Girl just wandered in right off the street.
Parece que está a dizer a verdade.
Nothing unusual about the car.
Not really my usual type of vehicle. The price was certainly right, though. Nice girl, but about as sharp as a bag of wet mice.
Did you pay with check or cash?
A check. She wanted it made out to cash, but I insisted. Man has to watch his cash flow.
What name?
I made it out to Gene Archer on the Bank of Arcadia.
Ok.
Can you describe this Gene Archer?
Brunette, maybe 25, 26. Little on the plump side, but not bone ugly.
Ok, também está a dizer a verdade.
What was your impression of her?
Kind of harried and harassed. In a hurry to go somewhere, but no place to go. You get to know the type.
Ok.
Do you know anything about the company that prints these pink slips?
Nope. Should I? It isn't exactly my business.
Parece estar a dizer a verdade.
It says Marquee Printing. You've never heard of them?
Marquee. Sure. They do all the government red tape. You'll find the place down on Aliso Street near San Pedro.
Ela afinal sabe. Mentiroso!
When exactly did you hand over the check, Mr. Combs?
Close of play on Friday.
Eu acho que eu não tenho provas para aquilo, bem não. Acho que vou ter que usar doubt.
Why didn't you pay her cash? You knew the car was dirty.
I had an inkling. When people are in a hurry for money, always pay by check, son. Gives you a couple days to back out.
This was all above board.
Yes, of course it was.
Eu sinceramente acho que é doubt, né? Porque eu acho que não tenho provas, né? Mas deixa-me ver a intuição. Ask the community. Pois é, doubt.
Did this look legitimate to you, Coombs?
I'm in used cars, son, not bearer bonds. In my business, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now don't come on all high and mighty with me if you want my help.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Coombs. We need to continue the investigation.
Hope you sort out your problem with Mr. Harrison. Go easy on him, son. Boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. He's built too low. The fastballs fly over his head.
Let me shoot this guy, please. You have a pleasant day, Mr. Combs.
Well, Harrison might be off the hook, but we can still run an APB on Gene Archer.
É o que eu vou fazer. Deixa-me ver aqui.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Requesting an APB on Gene Archer, age approximately 25, on suspicion of Grand Theft Auto.
I'll relay the information.
Any messages?
James Velasco is being held at Central Station on suspicion of GTA. Possible link to the Harrison case. They're waiting on you to conduct the interview.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ok. Então eu vou para a polícia, se calhar, não sei. Se calhar, será que vou para a polícia?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Só, vamos Central Police Station. Só. Vamos a ver o que tem para estes lados.
Here's a chicken and egg question for you. Do you think you have to be an asshole to sell cars? Or that selling cars turns you into an asshole?
You've got it in for everyone today, haven't you?
I've always got it in for car sales. Doesn't matter what day it is. And why do they always think they're comedians when they're about as funny as a heart attack?
Maybe the more annoying they are, the quicker you sign on the dotted line, just to get the hell out of there.
Ah, mas eu para já não tenho assim tantas provas quanto isso.
Detectives, Velasco is prepped and ready in 2. Another stolen car with legit papers.
Thanks.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
Okay.
His mother would be proud of him catching all those criminals.
Vamos aqui.
I say we bust in there and find
Yeah,
the
tá aqui um
goddamn
gajo.
evidence.
Deixa eu ver.
Crummy bastard.
Quê?
James Velasco?
I want a lawyer. It's my car and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
Think those Vice boys get in on the side?
The paper is real enough, Velasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery.
Ah.
Going to church doesn't make you any more Christian than standing in a garage makes you a car. I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Deixa eu ver. Review evidence. Ah, mas tem aqui tantas.
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
Huh?
You're a two-time loser. If you don't give me something, I'm gonna ask the DA for the maximum. You're looking at 10 years, Velasco. Kiss your youth goodbye.
I want a deal.
Keep talking and we'll see what sort of deal you're worth.
My job is to drive the cars out of state. Nevada, Arizona, sometimes New Mexico. With the paperwork they provide, it's normally a breeze.
Okay.
Does the name Gene Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
Ok, deve ser doubt. Or a lie.
My partner here to convince you that you do know her.
I'm giving you the straight dope. I don't know no Gene Archer.
Foda-se. Ora, deixa-me ver se sair. É que não percebi. Tipo, que prova é que eu haveria de usar? É que se desse para ver as provas. ao certo e não tipo só ser uma cena super genérica. Eu não me lembro do Belasco ou do Belisco ou caraças. Eu não sei, não me recordo nada disso. Tenho que perceber melhor como é que eu tenho que usar o pink slip dela. Será que é isso? Eu já vejo isso. Deixa-me testar só essa questão. Deixa eu ver.
Crummy bastard.
James Belasco?
Vou passar já para essa
It's
pergunta.
my car and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
Perceber.
I think Watson was a really nice guy. I felt lousy tolerating him.
Chevrolet.
The paper is real enough, Belasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery.
Guy's got his screw loose.
Ok. Deixa eu ver.
Does the name Jean Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
You're a liar, James.
Say that again. I'm telling the truth. I don't know the broad.
Para assim, sei lá.
So that's why you both have the same address printed on your pink slips. She's a mule for these stolen vehicles.
Ah, nem tinha
genius.
reparado.
Same as you.
Jesus. All right, I know her. Stupidest broad I ever met. Always cooking up crazy schemes. I don't know why those guys use her. You happy now?
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
You're a two-time loser. If you don't give me something, I'm gonna ask the DA for the maximum. You're looking at 10 years, Belasco. Kiss your youth goodbye.
I want a deal.
Keep talking and we'll see what sort of deal you're worth.
My job is to drive the cars out of state. Nevada, Arizona, sometimes New Mexico. With the paperwork they provide, it's normally a breeze.
What happens to the cars once they cross over the state lines?
I don't know. I just deliver them.
Give me something, Belasco, or I'll take you back to the cells and tell the whole station you're a child molester. How long do you think
Oi!
it'll last?
Okay, okay. I hear you. The cars get sold in Chicago or back east. Sometimes I bring back cars coming the other way.
Ok.
Where do you pick up the cars, Belasco?
Warehouses. Mainly in East downtown.
Não parece estar a dizer a verdade.
Come on,
No.
Belasco. You must have an address.
That's not the way they work. They keep moving around, never the same address twice.
All right, James. We're gonna check if this information is worth anything.
And if it is, I need your help here, pal.
If it is, then we'll know you're a man of your word.
Fogo, então era aqui. Tinha que usar doubt. Ah, o gajo. Espera aí. Eu agora estou curioso para perceber. Então há coisas que são mesmo muito tenues. Não é assim tão branco, preto e branco como dá a entender. Tenho que estar mais atento então. O gajo ali virou o olhar. Eu fiquei assim, se calhar é doubt. Mas depois o gajo viu o gajo muito sério. E eu pensei, se calhar o gajo está a dizer a verdade. Eu não posso ser assim tão ingênuo. Eu tenho que estar atento a todos os pormenores. Tenho que estar atento à linguagem corporal. Vou só repetir isto. Eu estou-me a cagar se tenho a pontuação máxima. Eu só quero é
I want a lawyer.
treinar o meu
It's my car
cérebro.
and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
Tenho que estar atento a todos os pormenores. Não reparei que eles tinham os dois a mesma.
The paper is real enough, Belasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery.
Ok. E atrás não tem nada, né? Pois.
Hey, fuck you!
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
Daqui é doubt.
You're a two-time loser. If you don't give me something, I'm gonna ask the DA for the maximum. You're looking at 10 years, Belasco. Kiss your youth goodbye.
I want a deal.
Keep talking and we'll see what sort of deal you're worth.
My job is to drive the cars out of state. Nevada, Arizona, sometimes New Mexico. With the paperwork they provide, it's normally a breeze.
Deixa-me ver. 146 North Fremont Avenue. 146 North Fremont Avenue. Pois é, não tinha reparado.
Does the name Jean Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
You're a liar, James.
Say that again. I'm telling the truth. I don't know the broad.
So that's why you both have the same address printed on your pink slips. She's a mule for these stolen vehicles, genius. Same as you.
Jesus. All right, I know her. Stupidest broad I ever met. Always cooking up crazy schemes. I don't know why those guys use her. You happy now?
Mais ou menos.
What happens to the cars once they cross over the state lines?
I don't know. I just deliver them.
Mentiroso.
Give me something, Velasco, or I'll take you back to the cells and tell the whole station you're a child molester. How long do you think you'll last?
Okay. I hear you. The cars get sold in Chicago or back east. Sometimes I bring back cars coming the other way.
Where do you pick up the cars, Velasco?
Warehouses. Mainly in East downtown.
An address, Velasco. You want my help with the DA? Cough it up, now.
A place on Industrial Street. I don't know the number. You're gonna help me out, right?
Keep talking, kid, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, James. We're gonna check if this information is worth anything.
And if it is, I need your help here, pal.
If it is, then we'll know you're a man of your word, and so will the DA.
Ok, tenho que estar atento a esses
You're
pequenos pormenores.
Phelps, right?
Yes, I am. Look, can we do this later? I'm in the middle of it.
Ray Pinker. I'm with Technical Services. The pink slips are all real.
Yes, we know that.
There's only one company that prints them in California, the Marquee Printing Company. They've confirmed that the numbers are legitimate.
You've checked them out?
Sure. They're on Aliso Street, near the corner of San Pedro. The guy I spoke to was Lightval. Gordon Lightval. Here, I wrote it down.
Obrigado.
Thanks, Ray. This is a great lead. We'll get down there as soon as we can.
Maravilha.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Phelps, your GTA suspect, Gene Archer, spotted by a patrolman. Western Union office, 253 South Hill. Less than a minute away down the street if you run. Go! She won't hang around.
Can you drive to this one?
Sim, é mais rápido, não é? Então vamos lá falar com essa tal Jean Archer.
It'll only take a little while longer, madam. I recognize that guy from the papers.
LAPD.
He's a cop.
We'll take it from here.
God damn it. Everyone's against me. Look, just let me get my money and get out of here, okay? You look sweet. How about giving a girl a break? I could be very nice.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Miss Archer. Stefan, call for black and white.
Just my luck to get the only hair sure cop in the LAPD.
The car you sold to Coombs was stolen, Miss Archer. There won't be any money.
I handed over all the right paperwork when I sold it, Buster.
Huh? Peraí.
Gene, you've blown open the whole operation because you were dumb enough to try to sell one of the cars. What do you think they're going to do to you? Give me something.
I was just doing what they do. They paid me 50 bucks to drive the car. I made $2 grand selling it.
You made 0. And if they catch you, you're dead. Is that all your life's worth?
Look, a girl needs things. I don't see you looking out for me.
Oh,
How long have you and Belasco been delivering cars?
Who is James Belasco?
You're lying. James Belasco. I don't remember mentioning his first name, Miss Archer.
Oh, well, I think you did, didn't you? Well, I'm sure of it. Anyway, I don't know him.
You aren't sharp enough to lie to me, Gene. You and James Belasco share the same address on your pink slips. We have him in a cell.
Okay, so I know the creep. The pink slips are real. The home addresses are always vacant lots. Bigelow is always boasting that the paperwork is legit and that if we stick to our stories...
And don't try and sell the car?
Yeah, that too.
Tell me where you picked up the car, Miss Archer.
Look, I can't remember. Let me go, will you? Please. What have I got to do?
ela sabe, não é?
Trying my patience here, Gene. I'll have the reporters down here and have your picture in all the papers. You'll have nowhere to run.
All right already. I get the message. I pick up the cars from a guy named Bigelow. 58 Industrial Street. Big warehouse, full of goons. Now you've got what you want. Can I go? Please?
No, you sure can. We've got a car waiting outside for you.
Yeah, cadeia.
Some career advice, Gene. Get out of crime. Marry someone boring who has money and will find you captivating.
Is this guy for real?
He takes a little getting used to, but yeah, he generally means what he says.
Cadeia. Quase que atropelava a polícia, o caralho, está tudo.
That price is outrageous.
Okay, keep moving, lover boy.
Bem, vamos ver.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Deixa-me ver aqui. Deixa-me ver o que é que encontro na tal morada que eles põem na Pink Slip. Ver se tem lá alguma coisa de
Used to
interessante.
getting her own way.
Little did she know her feminine charms were useless against the impenetrable Cole Phelps.
She's not my type.
And what is your type, Phelps?
I'm married.
I know that, but you're not blind or dead inside, are you? Wait, scrap that second half of the question.
I don't know. Blondes, I guess.
Hallelujah, the man is human after all. Now we're getting somewhere. Yep, I'm with you on the blondes. Brunettes are fine too. And there's nothing wrong with a good redhead. But I draw the line at gray. You know what? I might have to lift that embargo soon in the interest of maintaining a free market.
A man with high standards.
The standards are only as high as the last glass of whiskey.
Empty. Should have known that Archer broad would have given us a false address.
Era só isso, não era? Agora vou sair do carro e voltar a entrar. Só para ir para o novo
You know the
sítio.
way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Então vamos à Printing Company. Falar com um tal man. Né? É o mais sensato.
And what can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm a traffic detective from Central Division. Who's in charge here?
I am, Gordon Lightfall. What's this about?
We understand that your company prints California vehicle titles.
Yes, I have the government contract to print pink slips. Have done for some years.
Have you had any goods or equipment stolen recently? We're running up against stolen cars with seemingly legitimate paperwork.
Not recently. Have you ruled out forgery? There's no shortage of talented artists in this town.
We'll keep it in mind.
Mas que posso investigar isto, é isso?
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Então vamos investigar por outros lados. Deixa eu falar com ele.
We have some questions for you, Mr. Lightfall. Mr. Lightfall, we're currently working 2 auto theft cases. Do you know anything about a car theft ring?
Certainly not. Why would I get mixed up in a thing like that?
Ok. Ele sabe alguma coisa, mas espera lá. Mas se calhar é... Pá, não sei. Eu acho que é doubt, mas não tenho nada que... É doubt.
We have suspects with legitimate pink slips that were printed here, Lightfall. You better give me something before I bring the whole department down here.
Don't be hysterical, Detective. As a matter of fact, we had a similar problem a couple of years ago. A number of used car lots were selling blank documents to a criminal organization.
Do the names Cliff Harrison and James Belasco mean anything to you?
No, they do not.
Harrison bought his car from Coombs. The pink slip looks good, and that points the finger here. Do you have any employee trouble?
No, I don't. They've all been carefully screened. Look, now that I think about it, the name Coombs sounds familiar. I think they may have been involved in stolen documents in the past.
Do you have a delivery ledger, Mr. Lightfall? We would like to cross-check against the Coombs Automotive Emporium.
It's a little out of the ordinary, Detective. I'm not sure I can share those sorts of records.
Estás a gozar, certo?
Hand it over, Lightfall. You don't want us having bad thoughts about you, do you?
Very well, but this really is irregular. Over here.
Tu vais de cana também, seu bandido. Seu boy!
Look for patterns, recurring names, unusual addresses, anything out of the ordinary.
Ok. Addresses before. Pois. Tá aqui o Bigelow.
You certainly encourage repeat business, Lightfall. This Mr. Bigelow is a good customer. Sorry to bother you, sir. We'll let you know if there are any developments.
Que é? Vou ter que voltar aqui? Impossível, não posso ter que voltar aqui. Pronto, vamos lá ao tal industrial não sei o quê. Tem que ser, e o que tem que ser tem muita força.
Alright, where to?
Eu investigo tudo. Depois vou ter que lhe fazer mais umas perguntas, porque ainda tenho mais que eu não recebi a confirmação que já tinha as perguntas todas. Vou ter que voltar aqui. Que vou andar ao touro! Vou andar ao touro! Então vou andar ao touro!
I thought you Marines were gung-ho, Cole. You have a 45, don't you ever want to use it? I'll take the back. Just give me a few seconds to get around there.
Mas que vou ter que andar mesmo ao touro? Eu não quero andar ao touro. O gajo salta e o cara está assim aqueles politos marotos.
Cole Phelps, LAPD. All of you are coming downtown with me.
Think so, huh?
Throw out the gun.
Eu mato tudo. Onde está o... Peraí. Pá, ele veio um tiro, não é? Mas... não é nada do outro mundo, acho eu. Ah, está ali um gajo. Que está um gajo em cima?
Try the door at the end. I heard something.
All right, don't shoot! Keep your hands up. Watch him, Bukowski. He doesn't move until I've tossed this place.
Matei esta gente toda. Sou um bandido. Aha!
Marquee Printing Company. There's nothing like going direct to the source.
Yeah. O gajo andava mesmo a dar...
Betting slip. Looks like Mr. Lightfall has been on a losing streak.
Ah. Então, Lightfall fornecia as pink slips. Oh.
There are enough slips here to keep them stealing cars till Christmas. We've got a trail of pink slips and stolen cars that leads right to your door, Bigelow. You're in this up to your neck, but I don't think you're the man in charge. Make it easier on yourself. Give him up.
I do work on cars for customers. You charge in here shooting up the place like it's the Ballad of Bulge. I can't give you anything.
We know about marquee printing. You can make this easier on yourself by giving us your man on the inside.
I sometimes repair cars and put them back on the road. I need a pink slip to resell them. There's no problem there.
Ai, ai, ai. Bem, eu acho que é lá, mas não sei. No doubt, pois.
There are at least 4 dead men in this warehouse. A couple more. Punks won't make for that much extra paperwork. We'd be doing the legal system a favor.
Okay, tough guy, I get the message. Lightfall, the guy who runs Marquee. He's the big shot. He likes to spend big at the track. He owes people.
Lightfall, the guy with no luck at the track. Tell me about him.
It's one of the guys lying over there. You're right. He has no luck.
Huh?
That's the best lie you can come up with, Bigelow?
Hey, would I lie to you, Detective? I'm not exactly in a good position here now, am I?
Pá, esta pode ser, não é?
Gordon Lightball owns Marquee Printing, a government print shop. He's losing big at the track.
He has these big government contracts. He's in hock over 20 grand. If the feds find out, contracts will be all over. Lightball plays ball.
All right, Bigelow. The heat is off you. Play your cards right and you'll be able to count your time in Quentin on one hand.
Então vou ter que voltar à Printing Company, é isso?
I've got friends who work at the exam. How about $5?
You drive.
Se cá o gajo vai vazar, né? Se cá o gajo vai fugir.
So where you want to go?
Então quero ir para a situação, não é?
What a mess.
Gonna take some cleaning up, that's for sure.
I wish it hadn't gone that way.
Well, they shouldn't bring guns to work with them. We didn't have a lot of choice.
You have to admire the barefaced cheek of someone who tries to blow your brains out one minute and pleads innocence the next.
Yeah, especially when he's surrounded by evidence. You know, guys like Bigelow spend so much time convincing themselves that they're not doing anything wrong that they actually start to believe their own bullshit.
They get sloppy. Bigelow, Lightball, all of them. If they hadn't, who knows how long they could have kept this racket going.
Yeah.
Complacency or greed. It's always one of the two that brings them down.
Listening to KTI Radio, serving California.
Bem, este gajo vai preso agora.
You're under arrest. You again? This harassment is starting to wear thin.
We found a box of pink slips in a warehouse full of hot cars. You signed for them, Lightball.
I signed for all the orders and deliveries. You'll need something better than that, cowboy.
Então, mas lie?
Save it, Lightball. We already have all we need to send you down.
I've had enough of this. You either produce some shred of proof, or I call my attorney.
You're in the hole with the organization. We know about the debts, Lightball.
I agree, I have a small problem. I'm prepared to help you in any way I can, Detective. I'll name names. I need you to keep this out of the paper.
You need to shut up now, Lightball. Gordon Lightball, I'm charging you with conspiracy and fraud. Hands behind your back.
Cadeia. Cadeia.
The LAPD Central Traffic Division has today smashed a nationwide auto theft ring, writes crime correspondent, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here it is. Traffic squad detectives confronted a large group of armed thugs. After an exchange of gunfire, more than a dozen dead criminals were removed from the scene. The LAPD sustained no casualties. Damn fine work, Phelps.
Sim, senhor.
Now get out there and nail some more bad guys, will you? I want to finish reading this.
Sempre a partir o Phelps.
My family runs a shipping business in San Francisco. We used to have 2 ships a week to Tokyo. We've been in shipping for 2 generations, Hank. I've never been on a voyage anywhere. I feel like Odysseus in the beginning of his journey.
The Odyssey took 10 years, Cole.
This is the American century. America can rule the world after we win this war.
We need to stay alive, Cole. These men are counting on us. Have you heard what the veterans are saying to each other?
No.
Golden Gate and 48. That's 4 more hard years of fighting.
Pronto. É porque é.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How was that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Então vamos lá.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war.
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. I break the fall, but don't never fit it.
E que vou para lá a pé? Me apetece muito. Mas vai ter que ser, não é?
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife?
Deve dar para subir por aqui, não é? Oh! Estás a gozar. Ei! Como é que eu vou para ali? Será que tenho que subir aquelas escadas? É o mais certo.
Seems like a decent guy. She wants a 5-star. Goddamn.
Também o gato tinha que ter ali uma barreira. Fogo. Pronto, ao menos apareceu a animação, já não foi mal.
Her face looks familiar. Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, Beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the 2 of them still have juice.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. Pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving.
Ok.
If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Ok, primeiro vamos ver.
So get out of my lens.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
É o que eu vou fazer, só que. Vamos então ver aqui algumas provas antes de falar com a rapariga.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part. You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Ei! Cuecas rasgadas.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Ei! Cena. Ei, eu não vou ler isto tudo. Dear Jesse, please, dear, come home.
She's a long way from home.
If you are worried about your father, don't be. All is forgiven. He has a hot temper and he can be very proud, but you are still his little girl and he loves you. I know he didn't mean those things he said. You are a good, decent girl, dear. And you are not made for Hollywood. I was 15 once myself and I wanted to be just like Carla Bow and wear lovely dresses and kiss handsome men. But once I grew up and married your father, I realized I would never be happy in that life. You'll realize it one day too. I'm sure Aunt Junie is looking after you, but I can't help worrying. You know what your mother said. The world is a very dangerous place for young girls, especially ones with stars in their eyes. Stars are nice to look at, but sometimes they can blind you to what's right in front of your nose. Em and Molly miss you awfully. Emma's getting so pretty now and little Molly's bright as a button, just like you were at her age. They need their big sister to look out for them. Dear Jesse, please come back. I'm frightened for you. I can't help feeling something terrible is going to happen. I cry for you every night. Your loving mother, Camille Hamilton. Ok. Pronto, está visto que a rapariga foi violada. Sempre muito divertido.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Yeah. Dá para abrir isto? Não tem aqui mais nenhuma informação, pois não?
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Ah.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Yeah.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Deixa eu ver se até, peraí, tem aqui uma coisa no chão. É matrícula. Sabe isso? Não interessa muito, pai não. E deste lado. Ok. Pronto, vamos lá acima falar com a tal senhora. Ok, ela está aqui. Quem é aquele menos? Quem é que é este?
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast
You?
of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Bem, ao menos ela é logo direta.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
Yeah, o gajo tentou violá-la. Ou violou-a mesmo, sei lá.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
Yep.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
Okay.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He's a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
Bem, ela parece estar a dizer a verdade, não é?
It's not going to play that
Okay.
way, Mrs.
Tá bem.
McAfee. We'll take it from there.
Relax, detective. You're not nearly as cute when you're mad.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after. My lawyer and I have talked to the news hounds.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And
Se calhar
I'd
ali
like
era
to
Dalton,
bring
não
you.
era?
It's nice of you to be concerned.
Essa cena do Dalton não faz sentido.
See what we
Tipo,
can shake out of the kid.
se ela já disse que era o tal indivíduo, porque é que ele ia estar tipo, a duvidar? Isso não faz sentido. Obviamente que ela estava a dizer a verdade, não é? Mas sei lá. Também não percebo muito bem da lógica por trás deste jogo, mas pronto, quem sou eu? Para dizer seja o que for. Bem, ao menos para descer dá para descer, agora para subir está quieto. Bem, agora tenho que ir ao hospital ver a outra rapariga, coitada.
You drove me up to Mojave.
Bem, deixa eu falar aqui com a enfermeira.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
Okay.
You can't hold me here. No.
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
By a doctor. I need my lawyer.
My head still feels swollen.
Where is the telephone? Do you know who I am?
Me? You know who I am? I'm a dude.
I doubt it.
Isto também não tem que ter mais nada, para não.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Pois, isto aqui é mesmo só para investigar. O que é que ela anda a tomar? Estúpido alfazientes. Ah, peraí. Tem aqui. Head trauma and soft tissue damage sustained in car accident. Residual traces of chloral hydrate in the bloodstream. External bruising to genitals. And other evidence of criminal abuse.
You're making me uncomfortable.
Calma.
Just standing around here looking at me, not saying anything.
Tá calada que eu estou a ver a situação. Traces of chloral hydrate in the bloodstream recently administered. Do not administer further sedatives without express permission. Patients to be held for bed rest and observation. Okay.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
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 Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
Então explica-me isto.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
Yeah.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage.
Yeah.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, detective, why would I lie to you?
A tua mãe está preocupada contigo, também me fugiste.
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here.
Yep.
Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
Coitado.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Okay.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica.
Oh,
You get it?
caralho,
Forget about
foda-se.
being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Ok.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Vamos lá segui-la. Essa bandida. Olha, mas conduz tu que não me apetece.
There she goes. Come on.
Ah, mas eu tenho que seguir sem ser detectado, não é?
Ballard is definitely up to something.
Então ela providencia meninas para o indivíduo abusar delas.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
O badalhoco. Ai!
Too close, Phelps. Way too close.
Fogo, não tenho culpa, meu. Estes carros é que são miseráveis. Estes carros é que tu travas e o carro te diz que para a frente é que é caminho.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Vamos lá. Outra vez, mas agora vou tentar manter uma maior distância.
There she goes.
Porque aquilo fez um bocado dramático. Que eu tentei travar e o carro fez, fez bem em frente. Também antigamente os carros eram feitos de aço. Super pesado. Fazer o quê? Eu vou ter que virar aqui neste vermelho, não quero saber.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
Vamos devagar. Está vermelho, não quero saber. Siga. Ai! O gajo ia-me batendo. Um maroto.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Sim, sim, sim. Concordo. Manter uma melhor distância. Porque aqui eu esbardalhei-me um bocado. Fui a campeão. E só que este jogo tem uns gráficos tão maus. Então quer dizer, ela arrancou um vermelho. Este carro está a ficar todo sujo.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Vamos lá. Foi no café que ela entrou, foi. Enter the café without being seen. Que ela está a olhar para mim.
No, I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want.
O que é que ela está para aí dizer?
Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you?
Ela está a agendar um assassinato.
I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Pronto. Vamos lá investigar o gajo.
Sure, I got the film.
É que agora tenho que esperar que ela entre no cenas, né? Que eu também não posso ser visto. Ei, amigo, nem te digo nem te conto.
You're behind the wheel. Where are we going?
Ei, nós vamos investigar o gajo. Nós vamos investigar o gajo e nem vai ser... nem vai ser bom o que é que se vai acontecer.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at the dog.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
Sim.
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
Yep. Concordo, essa
So if
badalhoca.
Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
O que é que significa code 3, code 2? Eu não percebo nada disso.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street.
Que está a haver tiroteio lá?
11K code 3, all other units code 2.
O que é o code 3? Tá, vou ver o que é o code 3. Code 3. Faço ideia. O apartamento 803, portanto é no 8º andar.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Ok. Vamos lá para o 8º andar. Ah, só tem 6.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Está aqui. FBI, open up!
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess!
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Ok. Vamos investigar. Estatueta.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Sabemos lá? Também só sabemos quando virmos tudo. Novo Testamento. Este gajo é cristão. E cristão não tem. Então. Este base pode ser importante para a nossa investigação. E aqui. Ei, caramba, eles viraram isto tudo. Tem aqui um anel.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Não. Também não lhe perguntaste nada.
Nothing significant.
E esta escova?
Seems irrelevant.
Achas que é irrelevante? Não tem aí ADN? Ah não, pois na altura ainda não... Ainda não havia cá essas modernices. Ah, isto é importante.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Quem? O que é isto?
Probably nothing.
Como assim? Probably nothing. Tinhas aí provas irrefutáveis. Gay cowboys.
Presented to Mark.
Realmente eles viraram com isto tudo. Olha, graveto.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Ah não, era mais guito, não era?
Not much help.
Not much help. Como assim? Abre isso e vê se tem algum charutito. E investigas com um charutito.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Ok.
Great
Intolerância.
Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
O gajo será que está aqui?
Nope.
Não? E Los Diablos?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Não sabemos. Não tens a certeza. Não tens a certeza. Estás a dizer que não tem nada a ver com o caso, mas não tens a certeza. E estas colheres de pau também não interessam, não é? Ok, espera aí. Um relógio, isto é importante.
Not sure this means much.
Como assim? Então são 10h20? Ah, tá aqui o boy.
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Então já tem aqui uma informação dramática que antes não tinha. Esse é um bom caso, diz-me a minha memória. É sim senhor, mas já falhei duas interações. Está-se bem. Este é o caso da rapariga que foi violada pelo marido desta. Esse boy.
There's the set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon.
Yeah. Esse boy. E a senhora, tenho-lhe umas perguntas para fazer?
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No.
Se meti
Why
modos
should
nisto,
I?
meti um modo 60 FPS só.
Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Doubt.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Pois é um produtor de filmes, então o que ele fazia... Yeah.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Será que ela está a dizer a verdade? Está a dizer a verdade.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Ok, depois eu vou falar com esse.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
É só mostrar o cheque.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is
Speak
the
with the
payment
truth.
going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him.
Ah.
I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend.
Pois foi.
Happens to a lot of girls.
É triste.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Ela está muito descansada, portanto está-se bem. É-me igual.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge
1237.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thank you.
Phelps 147. Acho que aqui não há mais nada, portanto. Vamos efetuar o acto do abandonamento. Onde é que está o... Está aqui.
Help me out. Silver Screen Props is our next stop. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, movie producer's wife. We're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly nobody can act.
Olha, ainda não me apareceu mais nenhuma daqueles jornais da história do doutor da morfina. Oi, não dá para ser por aqui? What? Ah, é por aqui.
You can drive.
Do we know where
São
we're
13
going?
jornais. Ah, então pronto, se calhar não vão aparecer todos seguidos. Ok. Ah, pensava que apareciam com mais frequência. Também já não me lembro propriamente bem disso.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Well, she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
Ok. Tem aqui os props. Tetas. Eu já vou ali já bem.
Cole, we've got things to do.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
I survived the war for this? Ah.
Wake up, Cole.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Goddamn, Sloan, we're having a season from hell.
He just refuses to accompany me to church.
Deixa eu ver se falhei algum. Que essas histórias até são engraçadas. Olha. Vai-me aparecer o quarto agora. Mas não falhei nenhum, não. Já vi 3. Agora aqui é o quarto. Portanto, está-se bem. Bem. Agora
Phelps
tá
and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
E agora é que se vai ver a cena. Já agora quero ver se tem para aí, ando aqui à procura do jornal. Mas deixa-me abrir essa cena do LA Noir Newspapers.
What are we waiting for?
Calma. Okay.
So, you coming?
Tá caladinho. Será que é para aqui? Tá aqui, ó. Dope flood streets, cops chase war surplus contraband, overdose deaths hit all-time high, narco squads say new shipment is deadly.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr.
So
Cohen.
you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have, yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying
wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cullen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. And how can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh? Jeez.
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cullen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Surrettes.
Yeah, Surrettes. Great. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey. Hey! You don't like my offer?
Ih, meteu-se com os mafiosos. Já foste, Cândido.
Sheldon, kid? I think I want him dead.
Ah, foste. Sempre a partir. Sempre a partir. Loading? Como assim loading? Ih, não me digas que o jogo crashou. Não, não crashou. Com a sorte que tenho. Aham.
So this is where you sprang from.
Exatamente. Exatamente isso. Ok. Isto não tem nada a ver com nada, pois não. Mas agora quero ver isto. Nope. Naquela altura, ui, os cabelos mexem-se. E agora olho para isto e digo: que gráficos feios.
So, you coming?
Está acabado. Só estou aqui a averiguar as coisas que tens para aqui. Não sei porque é que não dá para correr, mas está tudo.
So, you coming?
Sim, senhor, estou a chegar, padrão, chefe.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me? Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Ok. Deixa-me ver. Coisas dramáticas. Ah. Oh, droga. Exatamente a mesma droga usada.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Doentes. Doentes. Tanta doença no mundo. O que é que está a pegar em todas as cabeças que lhe aparece? Yeah.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Hey. Ah, isto não tem nada a ver com nada, pois não?
Maybe. No.
Isto não tem nada a ver com nada.
Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Peguei mais uma escova. Pô. Ai! Até na casa de banho, meu Deus. Como é que eu entro ali? Deve haver alguma forma. Será que é do lado de fora? Como é que eu vou ali ter? Que aqui também tem. Deve ser por aqui fora. Até na casa de banho. É o primeiro sítio que estarás a bem atacar até aí. Ah, é aqui. Tem aqui uma parede falsa. Ai, caralho, que pontapé, meu. Que touro. Ah, uma garrafa no chão com os bêbados. Oh. Ai, caralho, o gajo abre a porta como se não houvesse amanhã. Ah. Jungle Drums.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Então o pervertido andava a gravar as moças também. A física disso mete Half-Life 2 corado, mas de vergonha. Horrível. Está vazio, de certeza.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Pois. Queres que eu te diga? É a outra badalhoca que tem isso. Sinceramente.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Pronto. E a retrete. Pronto, já temos algumas informações dramáticas. Fogo. É meu, mas os polícias devem ver cada coisa mais atroz que eu nem quero imaginar, sinceramente. Então, Filipe, está tudo? Ah, tá. Anda, Filipe. Ainda mais 10. Tá bom, obrigado por perguntar.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah. When Bishop was doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Deixa eu ver aqui o que é que eu tenho que... Film missing. Pá, eu não sei. Vou usar a intuição, mas opá, ou é... Acho que deve ser doubt. Deixa eu ver. Pois, e que prova é que eu tenho? Vou usar doubt. Vou usar lie.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
Vou usar esta. Não sei se é ou não. Se calhar vamos bardalhar, mas se foda.
I have a drugged up 15-year-old girl, and
Yeah.
you have chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
Não. Claro que não.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
I'm warning you, Hopgood.
Well,
You
this-
give him up to
o que é que eu tenho
McAfee.
que
If we
fazer,
find
cara?
out about it,
Wind it back a notch, tough guy. I'm telling you, I don't know where he is.
what's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
E, pois é, devia ter usado esta. Bem, agora também não há muito a fazer, não é? Pá. Isto aqui deve ser... Hopgood. Este gajo chama-se Hopgood.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop.
Pois.
That's why he cracked.
You got nothing on me. My hands are clean on this.
Pois, cá tem que usar isto. Ou isto. Mas deve ser isto. Não é? Lorna Hopgood. On the account of Mark Bishop. Deve ser isto.
I'm about done with
No,
you and
no.
your accusations.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Isto é fodido.
Phelps. Roy Earl advice. Hold on.
Mas espera aí, agora estou curioso. Deixa-me voltar atrás. Usa o cheque. Que cheque? Mas eu usei o cheque. Não deu, não era isso. Agora estou curioso para saber o que é que... O que é que tinha que usar ali. Não que eu queira fazer, mas olha, esse jogo penaliza cenas erradas. Não faço ideia. Não faço ideia se penaliza ou não. Eu agora só estou curioso para saber o que é que... O que é que eu usei mal. Ei, vou ter que falar isto tudo outra vez.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD.
Não dá para passar à
We're
frente estas
investigating
cenas.
the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Segunda vez usei volta e meia respostas da net. É que a sensação que tenho no meu primeiro playthrough é que a história segue sempre. É capaz, mas sei lá. Deve haver, se calhar podes falhar os casos, não sei. Não é? Sei lá. Eu vou ter que assinar isto outra vez, não é? Olha, Mucambo.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney.
Deixa eu ver se há forma de skipar
Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon.
as cutscenes.
What would you like to drink?
Scotch.
Deixa eu ver. Ele.
Straight out.
NOIRE.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a
Skip.
doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr. Cohen.
You want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Isto aqui está-me a dizer que só carregar no A dá para passar.
Mr. Cohen?
We might have. Yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying wholesale, so to speak.
Ah, com o comando da Xbox dá. Para dar skip. É no A. Mas não vou jogar isto com comando. Pá, é-me igual, mas... Deixa eu ver se isto joga-se bem com comando. Pá, não se joga mal. opá, não tem muita ação, mas também vou estar a pegar um comando só para isto. Sim, só. Basta-me só pousar as mãos em cima da secretária e está tudo. Estou aqui. Mas fogo. Então, mas dá para passar as cutscenes à frente.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Então, e não tem aqui as pilhas do Lidl, ó. Da Tronic.
Room on the other side.
Ai, ai.
Huh. Well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Precisa desta prova, né?
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Ok. Deixa-me ver aqui. Aqui acho que não tinha nenhuma prova substancial, para não.
Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
É lá fora. Não há mais nada aqui. Ah, tenho esta cena. Que era aqui que o gajo estava a pintar as cabeças, não era? Não sei se serve como prova, né?
So this is where you sprang from. I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, que eu queria era isto, não era?
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Pois, é outra gaja que tem. Aquela badalhoca.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Ok. Ah, mas eu só estava a repetir isto mesmo para tentar perceber o que é que eu fiz de mal. Association with Bishop, lá e...
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Mentira!
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
I have a drugged-up 15-year-old girl, and you have chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something, or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
Ah. O gajo não sabe, o gajo está mesmo a dizer a verdade.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
Okay.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
Tá mentira.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop. That's why he cracked.
You got nothing on me. My hands are clean on this.
Eles estão a usar isto.
Enough. I've been in your peep room, Hopgood. I've seen your smut pictures and the camera setup. You made a movie of Jessica. I found the canister.
The deal is I get to sell the movies to burlesque houses and private collectors. These movie guys love seeing their cocks on screen. But part of the arrangement is I never film their faces. June had me film Bishop, and then she kept the movie for insurance. He went apeshit when he realized his face was front and center.
Who has the film now?
Who else? McAfee.
Ballard had what she wanted. Where does the money come into it?
What money?
Ah. Agora que eu tenho que usar o cheque.
I told you, I get my cut selling dirty movies.
Your ex was getting 20 large from Bishop.
If I wanted to skim 20 from Bishop, we'd do it through the movie budget. June said she'd sell him the film once the movie had wrapped, but Guy wanted cash. He's in a cash-only business. You think I had a choice in this?
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps! Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer
O jogo é
before an angry
corrupto.
husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part, happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
I don't think you like your little pep talk, Mikowski. Oh, shit, get us out of here.
E
Maybe
quê?
we don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Tu e mais quantos? Eu pensava que era um bandido. Eu pensava que era um bandido.
Phelps.
Ai.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Mikowski. Oh, shit, get us out of here. want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
I'll drive for the tires. Keep your foot down. I need to be closer, Cole.
Need to lose those fools, Phelps.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. I'm a little exposed here, Phelps. Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Oh, Christ. When they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Can you drive to this one? Where are we going?
Vamos para o movie set. Vamos lá. Ver o que é que se passa para aqueles lados. Ver se encontramos o tal tarado.
McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
Bem. Foi a melhor cena que inventaram neste jogo. Foi pôr este fast travel diretamente para os casos. É muito melhor.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit.
11K calling KGPL, requesting assistance at 8 in Francisco.
Não dá para sacar a arma.
Pursuing suspect on foot. Code 3, KGPL.
We're trying to help you, Bishop. This is all a big mistake.
A arma. Devia dar para apontar a arma, não era? Para o gajo parar.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
Fogo, mas o gajo para balhote ainda tem janica. Está mesmo tudo a cair de podre. O outro gajo tinha razão. Oh! O gajo deu-me um coice.
Bishop, that's enough. That girl made it all up.
É, qual Uncharted qualquer? Já este jogo era Uncharted antes de ser o Uncharted.
Hands in the air, Bishop. Move another inch and you're dead.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place. Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me.
Last chance to back the hell down.
E que é? Este jogo a 30 FPS, ou melhor, nesse caso 60. Não dá com nada.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
The
There's no way
Que
out of
explosões
here. I said
miseráveis.
you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
Come on, it's this way.
Is this really the best the captain's got?
Acho que não chega lá a pistola. Eita, visto que a pistola não chega lá ao fundo. Yeah, não chega lá ao fundo, what the fuck? Pois. Tem que me aproximar. Como é que eu mudo de posição do ombro?
For the love of God, how many are there?
There's a statue there. There's a ladder leading to the ground.
I don't want to die here.
Ih!
Get him over here. I'll cover you. Come on. The cavalry's here.
This is all Valor's fault.
Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're
Next
full of
hour.
gasoline.
Huh?
Shoot them quickly. There's an army of them.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
Vamos lá, bem? Mas não bem.
How long do you think you can hold out?
This way!
Ih, tanto inimigo. Tá.
Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer and all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. You've developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted.
Huh?
Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Foi promovido. Foi promovido. Ah, pois é, agora vai ser para... Calquechoso, não sei. Este gajo é corrupto, o Joker.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
Este gajo claramente não é de confiança.
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
Ah, não é aqui que ele conhece a amante.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse.
Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
He
É
was
agradável.
my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. Do you realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me?
Simpático, moço.
Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood.
Oh, mais uma injeção de heroína.
So what about that drink, boys?
Morfina. Incrível como estas cutscenes são mesmo parecidas a GTA. Falharam. Falhou-me uma pista. Engraçado. E falhei duas perguntas, é verdade. Acontece. Acontece. Foi promovido para os homicídios. 6 meses depois. O assassinato do batom vermelho. Este é complicado. Este eu lembro-me, é complicado. Não me recordo. Estou a dizer. E está uma mulher amordaçada no banco de trás. Ei! Ai! Ui! Como é que há pessoas que têm tipo coragem de matar outra pessoa? Deve ser das cenas mais tipo
Let's get this over
horríveis.
before lunch. Clyde Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your
Aqui o
first
Agostinho
case
não
is
está a
the
curtir
murder
muita
of a
ideia.
woman found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Cuidado, moço, bem daí nudez. Ai! Dedos. Completing a desk unlocks the streets of LA, allowing you to patrol the city and attend street crimes. Each desk offers não sei o quê. Tá bem, não me interessa. Ai, ai.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Aqui o Agostinho não está com muita vontade de falar.
Isn't he the cop that won a medal for solving all those cases?
I'd rather you took the wheel.
Ei, eu!
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
Curto nada a conduzir carroças, meu fogo. Que os gajos não falam com
What
o
happened to
outro.
Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. The word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the deck.
Where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This would be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war.
Hey!
Cole, come on!
Because of the war.
You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Pronto, vamos lá ver o assassinato ou o que é.
Crime scene is just up the dirt road, detective.
Deixa-me ver que roupa é que tenho aqui. Vestida. Pronto, está bem. Pode ser.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Ok, pegadas, rastro de sangue, uma mulher no... Ei, caralho! Fuck you, BD. Ela tinha muito pelo na pombinha.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Deixa-me ver primeiro aqui algumas pistas. Na altura não havia cá essas coisas das impressões digitais, ou lá o que é.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Globo.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Yeah. Completar aqui puzzle. Um isqueiro.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Ok. Muito esquisito. Ah, isto não tem nada a ver com nada, pois não?
Optimistic, Cole. No good to me.
Yeah. O bilhete de cinema também não serve para nada. Este saltito de Cinderela. Temos aqui uma pegada branca. What?
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s.
Ah, já tiveram a tirar as medidas. Está bem, está bem. São os positos para fazerem os contrastes, ou o que é. Pronto, agora vamos ver o corpo.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Okay.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Mas dá-te o buracão ali na cabeça, mãe do céu. Que horrível. Deixa-me ver a mão dela. Esta mão não tem nada. A outra tem algum anel, algo assim do género. Yeah.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Yeah. Agora deixa-me ver as mensagens escritas.
Interesting.
Pronto, mais nada, não é?
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killers trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst on a case like this.
Pronto, vamos lá. E se bem que vamos lá nada. Vou só chegar ao sítio para não me perder, para dar autosave e... Olha, mas este gajo vai ter que conduzir.
You know the way. You can drive.
Que eu não quero.
Where exactly are we going?
Vamos para o night club and bar frequented by murder victim. Ela era uma prostituta lá. Não sei, digo eu. Não sei
Werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of prison. Some opportunist has been reading about the BD figures will rip off the ammo and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phillips, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found it.
Ok. Mas vou ficar por aqui, amiguinhos. Vou só esperar aqui pelo save game ou ver se há alguma cutscene. Que eu daqui a 5, 10 minutos tenho que sair. Já, tem aqui uma cutscene. Vamos só ver isto. Ver se há aqui informações dramáticas. Afinal não. Vamos ficar por aqui, amiguinhos. Amanhã é que é? Quinta? Amanhã há mais? Não, amanhã é quarta. Não, amanhã é quinta. Amanhã há mais. E vamos continuar a jogar aqui o NOIRE com o Detective Cold Phelps. Badge 1247. E é isso, amigos. Vemos então amanhã. Grande abraço, fiquem todos muito bem. Quem estiver no YouTube, não se esqueça de deixar aquele likezinho gostoso para ver se as streams começam a chegar a mais gente. Tchauzinho, tudo bom, amigos?